Tell us what is security, because people outside there, they don't know what security. We've been hearing people saying, oh, hatuna security, niliibiwa. Because like me, I know security ni ukae hapo na bunduki, ama watchman anilinde na rungu. That's security. What's security generally?
No, security has been defined by so many scholars. It has been given different definitions, but we have one uniform definition, and which is simplest, actually. Even a layman can understand, or any other person who is not very much versed about education can understand that one.
Yeah.
Security is basically a freedom from danger and threat. Simple.
Security is freedom from danger
And threat.
How do you feel when you hear the politicians, when they're in parliament, they want to add their salary, and also police, they are not thinking about the police officers, and you're the one who give the security?
It feels bad, but again, you see the person that we can blame is the person in charge of SRC, because that one is the person who is with the calculator, yes, and the peerage, yes, where I believe in a Salaries and Payment Act, that's where there's a description for the pay for the people with the respective levels of the education. So I often ask myself, when that person is considering whatever they consider to pay the people with the corresponding level of education, what happens when it comes to the level of people in uniform? I have never understood that one, and I have never much questioned about it, but it looks weird.
You feel at least you feel a pinch.
Yes, yes.
Mimi kama mbunge, nimeenda bunge, nimejiongeza mshahara, na wewe unanilinda. Nataka security yako. Na gari yangu najua haiwezi kosa security. Na sikufikiri. So it depends a lot.
Yes, it does. It does.
Tumekuwa tukiona other organization like za walimu, kuna madaktari, also wameajiriwa na serikali, na pia hao ni wa serikali.
Correct.
Wamekuwa wakistrike wakitaka nyongeza za mishahara. Polisi wana strikingi?
No.
Why?
The Police Act does not provide for that. Police should never engage in any activity that should suggest at some point they want to picket, demonstrate or something like that.
Lakini wenye walistaki serikali juu wanataka nyongeza ya mishahara. Si ni kama kuonyesha tu ni kustrike tu.
Yeah, it is true, lakini police can't do that one because we are custodians of the peace and the law. So you can imagine.
So kwa hivyo mkigoma,
you can imagine.
Kitaumana.
You see, as much as we want to talk about our rights and our well-being, we still understand there's a thing that we can engage in, and we compromise the peace of the security. And remember, we are the custodians of that security, isn't it? So if police decided to strike and direct today, even some 20 minutes alone, the ground arms, utakuwa wapi, DJ?
Kitakuwa hata siwezi jifungia. Nitakuwa nimejifungia pa kabisa.
Sasa unaona?
Na nimerudisha viti pale juu watasukuma mlango wanibie kila kitu.
So it is not possible. So the people who can only agitate for the police pay and such things, is only those members of public, those members of parliament who are getting well, who are paid well. Actually, they should be paid well to think of how others can be paid well.
Do you have a union?
We don't.
Why?
The law does not allow us for that one. It doesn't.
Each and every sector should have a union.
But remember, being in uniform, in the military, police uniform, such, is quite different from being a person in profession like teaching and such other things.
And doctors.
Yes, quite different. Remember, that person, the person in uniform, is a person who has been taken through a training that is taking you into another direction. Yes, wewe ni mtu but person thinking in a different way. So there's some activities that you can't engage in. Yes.
Yo, what's up people? This is my man DJ Dimples Dimpole, aka the Generali mwenyewe, the king. And remember, hii ni sauti yangu. Also, as you're watching this sauti yangu, remember to subscribe, share, and also comment. Haya, siku ya leo ni siku ingine mzuri sana, siku mzuka manze. Kwa nini? Because I have the best of ever guest. Wenye nishai kuletea hapa hivi. Na siku leo nataka tuzungumzie kitu inaitwa ulinzi, security. What is security? Unakanga hapo nyumbani unasema, "Oh, serikali saidia, hakuna security, hakuna nini." Hii security ndio shinanga ukisema ni nini? So, niko na a security expert, anatambulikana kama Njero Kimbo. Kimbo ni mahali ama ni jina yake? Akiingia hapa hivi atatueleza au vipi? Au sio? This man DJ Dimples Jimpole. Once again, welcome to Sauti Yangu. This man DJ Dimples Jimpole. Kama kawaida aka the general, na mkono wangu wa kulia. Ni kulia ama ni kushoto? Hii ni kulia.
Kulia.
Niko na mgeni hapa hivi. Hi bro, mambo?
Kwanza na bro.
Uko fiti?
Niko fiti kabisa.
Angalia hii kamera.
Yes.
Salimia mtazamaji. Mwambie unaitwa nani na umetoka wapi?
Mtazamaji, mimi naitwa Henry Kinyua Kimbo.
Henry Kinyua Kimbo.
Yes. Hiyo middle name yenye nimeruka Njeru is my father's name.
Okay.
Ni jina nimevepa sana from nikiwa high school. Nimeitumia sana, nikaingia kazi. Nimeitumia, I'm known by that name. But now I decided to adopt my own names. I stick to my names.
Yes.
So my name are Henry Kinyua. Alafu hiyo Kimbo is a family name. Kwa Wameru ukizaliwa you are named after a person.
Wewe ni Mumeru?
Mimi ni Mumeru.
Mambo tunaendelea. Muga
mono.
Hebu asalimia sasa kidogo kidogo.
Mugeni antobetu. Yeah. So Kimbo is not a name of a place. That one is my name. Nilipewa jina ya the person I'm named after, my grandfather.
Yes.
Then after now in our culture, the moment you graduate from a child to an adult, ukienda ukipitia ile decision process, unapewa jina inasoma to somebody.
Okay.
So mimi ni Kimbo.
Oh, Kimbo.
Yeah. So
Kimbo.
that is why I have those three names.
Inasemekananga Wameru wanakuanga na hasira. Aki usikuwe na hasira unigonge.
Ni kweli.
Lakini sasa again your security sasa anajua
I have already managed that temper. I've already managed that one. I'm approachable person, very interactive. Fear not.
Ni Meru, umezaliwa Meru pande gani? Meru ni kubwa.
Okay, mimi nimezaliwa in the old Meru. Before it was independent, ikuje ikue Meru, then ikue Tharaka Nithi. So the old Meru, tukienda by the old structure of Meru County.
Yes.
Mimi nilikuwa nimezaliwa Meru, lakini sasa after the new constitution and the new demarcations, ikakatwa. So kwenye nimezaliwa kukakuwa ni Tharaka Nithi.
Oh, Tharaka Nithi. So sasa ni bado wa Tharaka.
Tharaka Nithi, lakini sasa Tharaka Nithi yenye nimezaliwa
ni stronghold.
And again sasa ni boundary ya Tharaka na Imenti. Ama Tharaka na Meru.
Na Meru na pia Embu.
Lakini sasa chini kabisa mahali Meru imepatana na Tharaka, hapo ndio mahali nimezaliwa. Mahali sometimes back I think 2007 and 8 kumekuwa na crashes. Ile zile boundary conflicts. Ilikuwa inapiganiwa kwetu nyumbani. Mahali inaitwa kwa Ng'ombe. That's the place that I've been born. Nikazaliwa pale, I have been brought up there. Nikasoma certain local primary school pale inaitwa Iriara Mathonga Primary. Then after that I joined a secondary school.
Yes.
Shule inaitwa Kibiricha Boys huko Meru County. So nikaenda pia nikasoma pale. After I completed my secondary education, I joined the NYS. National Youth Service.
National Youth Service.
Nikaenda pale nikapiga kitu inaitwa paramilitary training for 6 months. Nikapata ile mafunzo ya kijeshi.
Sasa wewe bado ni mwanajeshi.
Sasa mimi hapana, sasa
usinivuje.
From that training sasa, the training that you adopted that time ilikuwa ni that nature. So nikamaliza, then I was posted somewhere in Tana River. I went and I did a certain course, course inaitwa plant operations,
plant PO.
Then I did driving. Nikiwa tu pale Tana River, I got another course ya automotive engineering.
Oh, good.
Nikaenda Turbo, nikaenda nikafanya ile course. But along the way, I was sporty. Nilikuwa napenda mambo ya games, mambo ya mbio. Kitu kaniambia tu kulikuwa na recruitment ya polisi. Nikakimbia, nikaenda pale Ruaraka hapa headquarters. Nikaenda nikatumia mguu vizuri.
Bado uko pale NYS.
Kabla hujatoka. Bado nikiwa serving officer. Nikakuja pale nikajaribu, kuna peanangu wa chances za servicemen, the serving NYS servicemen.
Yes.
Kuna kuanga na hiyo chance. So wao wanapeangwa space yao pale headquarters. Hiyo inanga civilian ni hao vijana tu pekee yao.
Tukiendelea naona unapotea hapo hivyo.
So I went there, I tried my luck, I went through. However, sijakwambia kwa nini I was doing these courses
Yes.
Juu unaona sijafanya mambo tuseme IT, sijafanya vitu kama education, teaching, ECD. The courses that I was doing nilikuwa nataka sana, nilikuwa tu na passion ya kujoin two force fulani, a certain force. By that time wakati niingia NYS, before I joined the NYS nilikuwa nataka kuwa sana polisi. Lakini sasa vile niingia NYS nikakuta the life yenye iko pale inaendanisha na kijeshi sana. So niliamua nafanya course yenye nikienda pale jeshi.
Yes.
I'm going to be a specialist in a given field. So nikaamua nafanya hizi courses if anything nitaenda jeshi niende nikuwe mtu engineering.
Okay.
Either nikuwe mtu training, nikuwe na train watu. Ama kama a chance of present itself, even niende kwa msitu, mimi nitaenda nikiwa mtu ya machine.
Utalima barabara.
Ama kama ni kuendesha kifaru. Unajua the technology yenye inatumika kuendesha hizi machines za operators hizi is the same technology au the same knowledge inatumika kwa kuendesha hizi katapira, hizi nini hizi vifaru, is the same knowledge is employed.
Okay.
So nilikuwa na hiyo ni, but after joining police I realized sasa hii course haiwezi fanya kazi. Hapa police vitu are different.
Kama ungeingia jeshi, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta alizindua mradi ya kujengea jeshi pale nyumba pale Roysambu. Sasa ungekuwa jeshi sasa najua ungechimba mashimo hapo sana.
Kabisa. Ama because I was still nilikuwa na passion ya nikifika pale I advanced my education. So I had an intention kama siendi msitu kama mtu ya kutumia those apparatus.
Yes.
Mimi nitabaki pale shule, I will upgrade myself, I will become an instructor, I will be training others about the same machines. That's the knowledge that I had.
Wow, I'm happy to hear that Bwana Njero. Now, Kimbo.
Yes.
Ulimaliza pale NYS.
Yes.
Na ukaenda pale Ruaraka headquarters ukakimbia.
Yes.
Ulijoin police.
Yes, I joined police. So after joining police, remember right from the beginning, I've been having a passion in education. I've been doing very good in books. So I earned a grade B- when I joined the police. So I sat down and asked myself, now I've joined the police. So what value can I earn to myself for the benefit of the police and the public? So I checked my documents. I found that I earned a chance to do something.
Yes.
So I went back to the university. I went to the University of Nairobi.
Wow.
I registered for a bachelor's degree in criminology and criminal justice. However, before then I wanted to do law. I wanted to do law very much. But I found that was very much demanding. It would take a lot of time. And you see the nature of movements. So
I think you're the first officer to see and also to listen and speak in fluent English.
We are there, we are many. Hey, we are many.
Congrats. When you're reviewing maofisa jina wajui kuzungumza. Listen. He's eloquent.
So from there,
Yeah.
I joined the university. I did my first degree in criminology and criminal justice. I graduated in the year 2018 in that field. Of which
Niko kwa service,
Niko kwa service, of which I got a second class upper. That one is a good class.
So me.
Yeah, so I came back. I continued with my normal duties.
Yes.
Then I felt the hunch is still inside. I felt that one was not enough. So in the year 2019, actually I rested for just for a few months. So in the year 2019, I went back to university. I went to the university of to Kenyatta University.
Okay.
Because I felt it was not good. I get back to the same university. Somebody would have thought that I have compromised the university. So I went to KU. I enrolled for master's degree. And then the master's degree in security management.
Okay.
And policies. That basically deals with security in general. And if at all there is a field within security department that you need somebody to develop policies about security management and such things,
Yes.
I have the same knowledge. So I did that degree. So actually I have 2 degrees now. The bachelor's degree and master's degree. However, I'm not done.
So you'll continue.
At some point, DJ, you call me doctor.
Wow.
Yes.
Let it be.
Yeah, amen.
Now, you told us that you did also a security management.
Yes.
Tell us, what is security? Because people outside there, they don't know what security. We've been hearing people saying, oh, hatuna security,
Yes.
niliibiwa. Because like me, I know security ni ukae hapo na
Yes.
bunduki,
Yes.
ama watchman anilinde na rungu. That's security. What security generally?
No, security has been defined by so many scholars. It has been given different definitions, but we have one uniform definition, and which is simplest, actually. Even a layman can understand, or any other person who is not very much versed about education can understand that one.
Yeah.
Security is basically a freedom from danger and threat. Simple.
Security is freedom from danger
And threat.
Wow.
DJ, hivyo tu peke yake. Wewe tu ukiwa umekaa tu hapa, when you're sitting here, how are you likely to be attacked or to be affected? How are you likely to be affected by a threat that is within the range that you're in? Or how are you likely to get in danger? Are you free from danger? Are you free from threat? Whether in your own house, when walking somewhere
On the
outside,
street.
yeah. How safe are you? That is basically what security means.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, Bwana Kimbo,
Yes.
we have been hearing about the Nyumba Kumi, that they provide security. There is this public policy. What is it?
Nyumba Kumi, this one is an initiative that was developed by the former president,
Yeah.
Mwai Kibaki. When Mwai Kibaki got into power,
Yes.
remember that person was an economist. And that person and a lot of knowledge about necessary factors that would give economy space to flourish. So he had a focus in ensuring there is security,
Yes.
so that people would engage in economy and that the country would generally grow. So when he got into power,
Yes.
and they brought this idea of bringing into life the new constitution, Constitution 2010 that was promulgated in the year 2011. They give a space in the constitution. If you read the section 244,
Section
part E,
244,
part E of that constitution, you find there is a space where constitution has given space to community policing. Community policing is basically a security space that has given a common mwananchi a space to speak out the kind of security that you need.
Is a common mwananchi, is it a civilian?
Yeah, civilian. That one is not the common mwananchi. You see, we have these are citizens who are in government, the civil servants, the public officers. Then we have this common mwananchi. This mwananchi mwenye is doing the normal actual activities.
Outside, yeah.
Yes, the manual, the normal reverence. You see those things. This mwananchi to contribute ideas on the kind of security that you would prefer. Then from here, there was a brain kid of this community policing. This brain kid was the Nyumba Kumi. Nyumba Kumi simply means it is within the 10 households. Yes.
The 10 households.
Within 10 households, there is a security organ. Yes. That is presenting the security needs of that particular 10 houses to the community to the community policing committee to present to the bigger committee. Yes, to analyze and see what could be done to those Nyumba Kumi. Yes. So, and in this 10 households, the basic factor that was captured there,
Yes.
is ensuring the people within that surrounding of 10 houses knows each other, such that if anything, there's a person who is a threat to that particular Nyumba Kumi, that 10 houses, they can raise an alarm, or they can involve the government apparatus within and tell them, here we have a person who does not know what he normally does, or where he has come from, so we want that person
insecure with a certain
yes,
person.
we feel we are not secure. You see, so this Nyumba Kumi ni mtoto ya nini ya community policing, na community policing nayo is an organ within the bigger state security. Yes. So mwananchi here in the community policing, mwananchi is the center of everything. Is the one who is deciding what should be done. And let me tell you, this community policing and Nyumba Kumi
Yes.
has brought a lot of improvement in security sector.
So it's helping.
Very much. Because it is through this Nyumba Kumi that we have interactions with, between police and the public.
I've never met them.
You haven't.
I've never.
But if you check, or even if you inquire from people within, you hear there sometimes there is an organization, they are organized public forums. They are organized tree planting day. You find members of public have gone to a given police station. They are planted trees.
Yes.
Then they have organized for a breakfast. The OCS has organized for a open meeting somewhere in a given local market. He has called the bonda people. He has called the business people. You see, that kind of interaction is one thing eliminating this fear between police and the public.
And the public.
That has existed since time in the Corona period.
Wow.
Before, police were not approachable. Actually, when I was growing in the village, I used to see police. I really admired them, the way they dressed, the way they, because they
actually the way they carry guns.
Yeah, the way they appear. I just love that stature. But I would see most of the time, the moment police appears anywhere, what to do? They run away.
They run away.
So
it's like they're running for animals.
Yes, it's like they're fearing animals. So, but with the time, after this new constitution and after introduction of this community policing and these Nyumba Kumi and these other activities, that are supporting the security,
yes,
we find that this kind of fear has been eliminated. A police can interact with a member of public. Before they will not even drink together or eat together. Today you meet them in bars when they are not on duty.
They're on duty. They
are eating their things together. They are sharing a lot of things. Yes, they're interacting very well.
I've been interacting also with them.
Yeah. So you see, introduction of this community policing has really helped eliminate this bad feeling that has been existing between the two.
This fear.
Yes.
All right. Because hapo kitambo ulikuwa unasikia askari akikupata, wewe kijana unaitwa nani, unatoka wapi? Is it a language that you're taught in Kiganda?
Okay, this language is not taught. It's learned.
When you feel the nose, you try to fight some people, then you harass. Do you harass them and tell them, wewe kijana, simama hapo, unakwenda wapi?
You see, that language, that language is not taught, and even when you find somebody speaking that way,
yes,
that person is does not mean or is not harsh as he speak. That one is a language, but inside that person is different. It's like when you are a parent. Sometimes you may shout to your kid, but do you hate that kid?
No.
No, you don't.
I want to rectify.
You want to rectify, but uwezi mwambia, wewe Ken, tutakosana. You see the tone that you adopt, will tell you the kind of the results you expect from that person. Yes.
So even the tone is security
itself. So this language is not taught; it is learned, because when people are there at the college, there is a standard language that is used because people have different educational background. There's a person who is already a graduate has joined the college. There's a person who just left Form 4. They performed well. Others didn't perform well. We have other people from marginalized regions where education has not been given that priority. Maybe a person just left somewhere in Form 2 or Form 3. Yes. So if you bring that conk language, this person down here may float. Yes. But if you bring this standard language here, even this one is the top, will adopt.
Oh, so they all.
So it's a standard language that is used. Okay. It is not taught; it is learned. So as these instructors often use that language, you internalize, you learn and internalize. So when you're out in one or two events, you find yourself using the same even if you don't intend.
Even if you're a pastor and also you're a policeman, so you start using the same language.
Yes, you don't intend, but it will just automatically come in.
No, Bwana Kimbo, how many branches of security do we have?
Okay. We have about I think about 5 if you say, because we have the state security.
Yes.
This will capture the internal and the external security. Then we have the regional security. Like now when we're talking about the national security, state security, we are talking about the security of this country. For instance, Kenya.
Yeah.
The security of Kenya internally, the security of Kenya external from security from external attacks. That's why we have the KDF, we have the border patrol units.
That's external.
Yes, it's external, but for the purpose of the country itself. Okay. Then we have regional security. This regional security much concerns about a piece of the region. Like now we have the East African country region, the EAE. We have the section of West Africa. You see, that one is a given region. Within African countries, we have a section of the Eastern, the Western, the Northern. Those are regions.
All right.
Yes, a given region, security of that particular region.
Yes.
Then we have international security. So this will cover between a region and another. It may cover a region and another. It may then cover maybe a country from this given region and a country in a given region. So these are the cross-regional security. Yes. So these are basically concerning about regions. Then we move to the land security, which is the international security. International security. That one I've given already. Yeah. The region and another region. Yeah. It's international. Then we go to global security.
The global security.
Global security. When we are talking about global security, we are considering the group that has now these in any continents. We have the Africa,
America, Asia,
Asia. These ones
Europe,
now. So this security covering the entire group, yes, is now the group security.
E.g.
The security of the whole of continent. For instance, when you are talking about transnational crimes.
Transnational crimes?
Yes, transnational crimes that you find sometimes a crime has happened somewhere in Kenya. Then after investigating or trying to analyze how this crime happened, you find there is a link in a country somewhere in America. Yes, so this crime has already extended.
Are there people like FBIs?
Yes, they are there. And these actually are the ones who helped in getting more information about the network of the crime. The moment we realize that the crime has happened somewhere in Kenya, but the network is somewhere else, you see now a Kenyan police will not move from here to America for that other information. Yes. So they will link through maybe we say those FBIs, yes, and those transnational security apparatus. So when you find crime has happened somewhere here in Kenya, but again there's a network of the same crime somewhere in another country, in another maybe another continent, that one has already grown into a global space. Yes. So basically global security is the security of the group itself, the entire of the world. Yes, we are not giving a limitation to a given country. No, it is extending to those other countries in other continents all over the world. Yes.
We have also heard about the UN. Who are the UN? The United Nations.
The United Nations. This one is an organ that was organized by countries that are under concern for the world. And initially, it was originated, or the founding fathers were the G5. There were some 5 countries. Those were part of the superpowers. Those began the area security matters. Remember, security has a history. Security is not a thing that has started the other day. It has been there, since time in antiquity, young time in memory. It has been there
since the ABC.
Actually,
the word was created.
The earliest reference we have for security, we have security that was started in Egypt. Actually, Egyptians were the first people who developed the idea of security, because we have a lot of merchants in Egypt, people who were engaging in the various businesses, and there were rich people. So these people would feel they are not safe when they have the wealth, those material possessions, and there are still so many poor people surrounding them. So they would feel threatened. So in 1350 BC, that is before Christ, Yes.
1350.
1350.
Where were you by then?
That is before Christ.
Before
You see,
Christ, where
yes,
were you?
Yes.
During the Moses, eh?
Yes, during the time of
There was
those
the time of Moses.
Yes. You see, so that time is when security started to be discussed. So over time, these developed countries, the G5, came up with an idea of forming an organ that would cater for the needs of people of all walks in the world. So after the formation of the UN, they came and developed a certain branch within that whole section of it. They created a space for the UN Security Council. So this UN Security Council is a council that covers security matters of the country which are members of that particular UN. Yes. So basically, UN is a kind of a body that is promoting security at a bigger space than a big given state or a country would have done alone. Yes.
So many years ago and decades,
Yes.
I think the area crime and the current crime, they are different.
Yes.
Because I think the security is already beefed up, not like there before.
Yeah.
We used to hear the bank robbers, they used
Yes.
to enter there with a gun,
Yes.
take money, and doing so many things.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the crime and the current crime? How do you see it?
Okay, you see crime, crime is not static. It is dynamic. Crime keep changing forms. It is amoebic in nature. Just like amoebas change their shape, their state, their nature.
Just like the COVID, the way it's mutating.
The way it is mutating, the way it is replicating from time to time.
Yeah.
That is how crime does. You see, crimes that used to happen in 19th centuries and the crimes that are happening in this 21st century are very much different. Crimes that used to happen that time were mostly violent crimes. Yes, people would come from wherever they come from, they get into a bank or they get into your house and they demand. You give them whatever they want. If you won't, they will take.
Is that what we call the robbery with violence took to?
Robbery with violence is not even a big crime. If you don't engage in a very big act of crime, that would give it that kind of definition. Robbery with violence is an act. It's a very simple act that you do thinking that it's minor, then it become a problem to you. Now, like now, I come here in this room. I find you here. I want to take this pen. But I feel if I take this pen, you may respond. So do you see, even looking at you in a way, suggesting that I can even
just let's do it. I want to take my pen.
I want to take this pen. This pen.
No, it's my pen. You don't have to.
So you return it here.
Yes.
I pick and I walk away. I've already robbed you.
Wow. So first of all,
Yes.
I resisted.
You don't even resist. It's myself to show some kind of threat to you. Remember we said security is fear from danger and threat. Yes, but what I've done here, I've issued a sign of threat. Yes.
Yeah.
Or even looking you in a way, suggesting that I can even do you something to you. Yes, I've already showed a threat to you. Yes. If I have a weapon and I produce it, now danger has already set in.
So what I'll do?
Yes, you just surrender. Let me pick the item I want to pick. I just go away. So it's not necessary that I use violence. I show intentions to use violence. I've already robbed you with the violence.
That's the now difference between the 19th century and the 21st century.
Yes. So now, these crimes that used to happen those times and the crimes that are happening this time are quite different. Because the crimes that are happening in this century, most of them, they are not even physical. Yes, they are not even physical. And even if they are physical, they have improved. You can say they have improved.
They are
to them now. They are digital way. Yes, because we come here with some machines of their own nature. We come here with some machine guns, even without using them. You people, we just lie down and walk away. We'll pick whatever we want to pick. or we just borrow the end of one of the people in that house. Then the others, we just surrender, we pick what we want to pick and go away. Yes? But those times, they will not even actually execute the injuring part of the crime. They will just present some kind of threats and then take whatever they wanted to take. But now today, we are used a more advanced way of doing it. Again, the crimes that we have today, most of them are actually some kind of technology aligned kind of crimes. Yes? Because like now we have so many frowned activities. You put your money in a given a bank account of yours that is linked maybe to your phone number. Then the next morning you wake up, your SIM card has been blocked. It is not working. It has no network. You go to Safaricom to replace. Upon checking the SIM card, it shows you something very strange. Money has been siphoned from your account. You never give somebody your PIN, your password, your whatever, but you don't have money. That one is in itself is a crime. But has happened in space.
Do we call that one a cyber?
Those are cyber crimes. Yes. Most of them are frauds. Yeah. Through manipulation of some computer networks, and those are, you see, most of these banks and the SIM card,
the bank and
communication networks, they rely very much on network. Yes. So
those are hackers.
In the event any simple network has been affected and it is linked to another account somewhere, yes, or another system somewhere, they will take advantage of that whole system. Yes. So eventually, what will happen? You will lose your variables, but you have not been touched physically. Remember, in those years, you see, we are giving a comparison. In those years, those back centuries,
yes,
people were not very much educated. They had little knowledge, they had little education.
Yes.
They are not grown much. Today, people have gone to school. They have studied. Most of the criminals have gone to school, let me tell you.
They have degrees.
They have degrees in various fields.
They have degrees.
That is why
in the phenology.
Yes, that is why
yes,
you find some strange news at somebody hacked KRA systems and created himself. Yeah? Somebody hacked, don't know, is what, and the siphoned is 3 million and
somebody
whatever.
Hacked the account for the CRB.
Yes.
If you want to be
he created himself.
CRB, you can.
Yes, you see those things.
Yes.
So people have gone to school. People have been have really schooled themselves. They have wide range of knowledge. And if countries will not invest much in training their personnel about these current crimes, the criminals will still be ahead of us. Yes, because criminal is a very intelligent person. Even a criminal who has not gone to school is very much intelligent, and they normally operate parallel to the police or security apparatus. Yes, when you organize for an operation or maybe for a patrol, you also patrol. Yes, when you organize about a counter activity against crime, we also organizing on how to counter attack what you may think of doing as security personnel. You see?
Yeah.
So these people, they are advancing themselves at a strange rate, at another strange speed. That if the governments of various countries will not think of a way of outmatching these people, crime will still continue becoming a problem to the whole of the world.
How many types of crimes do we have?
Yes.
How many types of crimes do we have?
We have serious crimes and we have petty crimes. Petty crimes are crimes that will not need much attention, like the serious crimes. Petty crimes are crimes that people normally engage in, and they are actually forgivable even without involving individuals, even the government. You see, there are some specifications in the law that dictate what should be done to a person that has committed a given crime. Yes. So let's take, for instance, you and others,
yes,
even myself, we have been arrested somewhere along this road.
Yeah.
We were drinking our own things. Then we got property got into our brains.
Yeah.
So we are drunk and we are disorderly. We move around here making noise. So
Shouting,
you see,
doing everything,
yes. So
disturbance.
yes, we have disturbed the peace of other people. Remember, we say in law, whatever you've done, what the activity that you engage in, should not be a problem to another person. Your engagements in your enjoying your liberty and the freedom that you have should not be a problem to the peace of another person. So as we are walking around the way here, we become a problem to other people. And the police and their patrols, they arrest us. We are taken to a given police station.
And
so,
we put under custody.
Yes. So when we are sober, the OCS can decide to take us to court or can pardon us. We can do some small menu jobs outside there. We can clean the compound. Yes. He has that discretion to deal with us the way you feel. Then there are these serious crimes you engage in, and it can become a problem to you because the state may decide, or an individual may decide. Let's say I've served you now. You go to a station, you report, you fill a P3 form, you give your treatment notes and such things. You bring your witnesses, they read the statements. That case, in as much as the OCS want to try or another person to withdraw that case, it won't work because the sole person to decide what should happen to you, to me, is you, the complainant.
So it's me, the complainant.
It's you, the complainant, because now it's a serious crime that I've committed. I've committed a crime against you as an individual. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and you see, remember serious crimes often will demand your personal details, like the fingerprints. You read it from the serious crime records, the CRO, to confirm whether you have engaged in such other crime or a crime of a different nature before, to show whether you are a person who is a character, a funny character that is used to this kind of behaviors. Yes, and if you have not even committed, you still be kept in the records for future reference. So that when you are arrested in the future for another serious crime, they will refer. There's a certain form that is filled, and that at the bottom there is a section they ask whether you have been convicted before. Yes, so a serious crime is more serious. Yes, as it is as the name depicts, serious crime. It's a serious that. And another kind of crime, serious crimes that you engage in, and the state itself is the complainant. For instance, you use drugs, you use these psychotropic drugs and these substances. Then you are arrested. The state itself is the complainant through the Kenya police. The police will arrest you. They act as the complainants. They act in the proxy on behalf of the state. They will represent the state.
So not the police, they are complainant.
The state is the complainant through the police. Yes. So they will present you to court. So in the same manner, you will be taking your fingerprints when you assault a person. In the same way, you will be taking fingerprints for having drugs, for having been found with a knife in a way, in a situation that suggests you are so harmed with intention to do something. And when you are interrogated by these officers who are arresting you, you can't give a satisfying reason as to why you have a knife at that place of being found.
And I don't work in the butchery.
You don't work in the butchery, and you've been found somewhere outside somebody's shop. Yes, we can see the nexus between the position you've been found in and the tool you've been having. So here, the same state through the police will be the complainant. They are the one who prepare you for court, and you'll be charged. Yes. So we people sometimes don't differentiate the difference between the petty crimes and serious crimes. Petty crimes are just simple crimes that you can be pardoned without any serious condition. If you are drunk, a drunk person is sometimes an abnormal person.
Yes.
Yes. A person who doesn't even have a face mask in the public, maybe is a poor person who doesn't even have money to buy that mask.
Yeah,
you see,
yeah.
so these are some of the things that the OCS may consider before pardoning a person that has been arrested for whatever kind of petty crime. But these are the serious crimes. It will very much depend on the complainant. If it's an individual, he may opt to say, okay, compensate me the cost that I've gone after you assaulted me. I incur some cost through treatment and such things. So pay back the cost that have been incurred, then you just walk away. If a person does that, we have no issue. The police has nothing to do with you. They just pardon you and go.
Now we have the terrorism. Is it terrorism a crime also?
Terrorism is a crime. This one is a wide range of threat. We send security is freedom from fear, danger, and threat. So terrorism is insecurity by itself. So insecurity is presence of danger and threat.
Danger and threat.
That is insecurity. Insecurity.
That's a proper insecurity.
Yes, is presence of danger and threat. Terrorism is presence of overwhelmingly or a wide range of danger and threat. Yes.
Wow. How do you deal with this one now?
This one will need combative activities. This one will demand a combination of security apparatus to deal with. Because one thing you should understand, terrorism is not just a normal crime that happens any other day. These are often people, is a group of people. Sometimes it can be executed by an individual, but an individual who has been deployed from a group of people. Yes. So when trying to deal with terrorism, it is very much important to understand that you are dealing with a team, or maybe with a group, with a family.
Yes.
With a family of criminals who have undergone some various antisocial activities, antisocial behaviors, such as radicalization. A person who has been trained from the normal way of functioning, from normalcy to anormalcy, to abnormal way of behaving. So these people sometimes they use religion, faiths, and culture, yes, to strengthen their way of acting. Sometimes you see most of them like using Muslim as a religion, because Islamic is believed to be a kind of a faith that is very much staunch, and that is very much endocrining. So the moment a person has decided to incline himself to a given faith, and then they try to link that faith to activity that they're doing, that person is basically undergoing a kind of radicalization. Yes. So these people, when you're trying to deal with them, you should first try to understand that you're dealing with the people who have already decided whatever comes, they are ready for it. Yes. So as such, you can't pick a person who is normally trained for normal activities to deal with this person. You need a person who is specifically trained to deal with this kind of criminals. That is why we have anti-terror police. Do you know we have that one?
The anti-terror, I have heard of them.
Yes. So these are people who have been now trained on how to counter this kind of activities. Because sometimes terrorism, they operate at a regional space, at an international space, and even at a global space. They are not purely operational within a given state. They extend boundaries.
So even the one we have in Kenya, they can extend.
They have networks from elsewhere. That is why you hear sometimes they have networks in Somalia. Yes, Al-Shabaab have their networks, they have the background somewhere in Somalia. Yes, so you see this one, if it's an activity that has been organized in Somalia and it has happened in Kenya, that one is already a kind of a regional, a regional insecurity. Yes, it has crossed a region.
All right.
Yes.
Wow, we didn't know that. Yes. Now, Bona Kibo, let me ask you.
Yes.
We have also heard of the local threats, like the group, the gang. Also, we have also heard in Mombasa.
Yes.
There is a certain group.
The MRCs.
Yes, in Central. If you go to even the Nyanza, so I don't know whether in Mount Elgon there.
Yes.
Which kind of a crime is that?
So these are called illegal sects. Illegal sects. And these illegal sects, they begin as a normal people, normal grouping of people. Yes, but with the time, they replicate and mutate into a different and a bad thing. Let's take it for instance. Most of these develop from matatu crew. You find there is a given matatu stage. People say they want to register a SACCO for transportation and such things.
Yes.
Then over time, another small group develops. They try to counterattack this a proper registered group with their own illegal activities. So as the two conflicts, this illegal group try to develop more energy to fight the legal system. Yes. So over time, you see there's an attraction.
Yes.
Even yourself, there's some people, if you sit down with you form a group, you attract the likes of you. Yes. Your fellow DJs. Yeah. Your fellow people who subscribe to the same field that you work in.
Yeah.
Yes. You attract each other. So the same way happens to these illegal sects. The moment they sit down there and they start attracting each other, then they try to legitimize or to make this group legitimate. It is illegal, but they're trying to legitimize that particular group. So as they sit, they keep on discussing the various things, how they can benefit from whatever group they are forming. So eventually they form an illegal group that continue developing and growing. Sometimes they develop a way of protecting themselves. They even take oaths. Yes, like now we have this Gaza group down here. This Gaza group just developed like it was a simple group, a garbage collecting team. Yes, from garbage collection they recruited youths from all over Nairobi, even here in Huruma, even here in Ruaraka, here, Huruma, Mathare, everywhere. They are here. They even have their marks. They have the machozi, the 3 dots that youths are normally drawn here. The moment you join there, you're given those
that's a tattoo.
Yeah, three dots, 3 machozi.
It's like teardrops, eh? 3 teardrops. Yes.
Yeah. So that when you graduate, when you the duties they were given, you perform well, you graduate, you're given another tattoo somewhere here. Okay. You may given a rabbit, a spider, a scorpion, depending on your strength. You see, so they just begin.
I want the viewers to hear that.
Yes.
When they see those kind of people.
Yes.
It's a bad group.
It's a bad group, and it's very unfortunate here. We must say this.
Yes.
Some of the youths have joined band groups without knowing what they're actually doing. Yes. You go and meet with a friend. You see one thing, the moment you join a group, that kind of illegal group, and they find you open to them and you've already subscribed willingly and you are ready to interact with them, they open up to you. They tell you, the moment you recruit another person to this criminal group, we are giving you promotion. Yes? So the promotion, you see initially now like this guys, the Gaza group, you were given those teardrops as the registration. You have been registered as a member. Yes. So the moment you register, and then they find that you are acting the way they would want you to act. Maybe you are very courageous. You can stab somebody with a knife. Yes. You can open somebody's knife comfortably and take whatever they have and walk away. Now you see now you are a good person. You are an important person to that group. So they give you a promotion. They'll give you another tattoo somewhere here. Yes. To show that this person has graduated. So you'll be given a symbol depending on the kind of threat you are or the kind of danger you are.
So you are graduating.
Anytime
you get a tattoo, you are graduating.
You are graduating.
Now you become a general.
Yes. But here the problem has happened. When these have joined and they are easy to the society, they move around looking for people who are manipulatable. Yes, who they can manipulate. They become a friend to you. For instance, you are a young person. Your education is becoming a problem to you. You want money. You want to party every time.
Yeah.
You want
I want a good phone.
You want
I want
soft
a
life.
good shoe.
Yes, you want this soft life. So this person, because it's funded from that bad company,
yes,
will be giving you these things you want. Then at some point they will tell you, we can visit somewhere. We show you where you get this money from.
So it turns and also look like it's like a cult.
Yes, it's a cult. It's actually, I've told you they even take oath.
So yes, it's a cult.
It's a cult. Yes. Even this Mugigi, it's a cult. Even this, we have these groups all over. Yeah. Yes. So even some parents have children. Those who have joined that group, the children don't know whether they have joined a band group. The parents are not even aware. So it's a time when the parent will meet a person who knows what has happened to the kid. Because the kid will start behaving in a weird way. The moment they take that kind of oath, they don't subscribe properly to what the kind of the holding they have taken, it will start haunting them. It will affect them.
So poverty, so the level of the poverty leads them to join the group.
Correct. Yeah, that's the first challenging thing. And remember, most of the crimes, most of the criminals that we have, they have a common character. They are often poor. Poverty compels people to crimes a lot than any other thing. Then we have peer pressure.
Peer pressure.
Associations, the kind of people you associate with. Yes, poverty, associations, peer pressure. These are the core factors that have been comparing young people to this. Eventually, you find yourself, you become a terror threat. You become a terrorist.
Because I'm graduating slowly but slowly.
Yes, so it will reach a point to find I don't need to operate from the village.
Now, Bwana Njero,
yes.
Before I graduated to Atera,
yes.
And also, I started as a small group.
Yes.
As a government and the security officers, how do I to cap this or not to spread?
So the government, whatever the government is doing a good work, because that is why you find, initially we didn't have the Indian Terror Police. Today we have them. We didn't have the anti-narcotic police. Today we have them. We didn't have the special branches to respond to various crimes. Today they are there. Yes. We didn't have so many rehabilitation centers. The government sponsored. Today they are there. Yes. So the government is really trying to make sure we don't lose more youths in the process, because some of these violent crimes and these organized crime criminal groups they are purely a combination or maybe a selection of young people. It's very rare to find old people. Somebody with,
and you can't kill all the youth because they are crimes.
Yeah, because those are the people who actually need soft lives and they want to move very fast.
Yeah.
So the government is trying so much to make sure that they develop some kind of activities and units, social units that try to combat this kind of behaviors. And again, when these people are arrested, some are cancelled. Sometimes you may even be given a warning. Your parent comes there, prints, and says that this person, I want to be given time to look for him, to see whether they can change. If you don't change, you see, the government is always watching. So even if you've been released from a police custody, they always try to find out, they have your records. How is this person improving? The moment you've been arrested for the second time, you'll be prosecuted, my friend. You'll be taken to court.
Wow.
Whether you are minor or an adult, you'll be taken to court. Yes, if you are a minor, you'll be taken to a CPU, the Children Protection Unit, according to the recommendation that will be made by the children officer. If you become an adult, then you jump over to the adults jail.
Now, let's get back. We said that we have the major crime,
yes,
and also minor crimes.
Yes, petty crimes.
The petty crimes, yes. And the petty crimes, I understand, is whereby you can arrest someone because they don't have a mask.
Yes.
And also a major one is for the murder.
Yeah, the murder, the assault.
The assault.
Yes.
When you arrest,
robbery, the stealings, those things.
When you arrest them, do you put them in the same custody?
You see, police stations are divided into cells. So we have the cells for males, the females, and the children. The children is not actually a cell as such. It's just a
room.
You can call it a staying room for them, because these ones sometimes children they don't need to be locked with adults. Yes, but we don't have there's no specification for a given kind of crime. Because you find, if you see it will become difficult to make sure there's a cell for every kind of crime, to ensure there is a custody or a cell for a robber, for a person who have committed murder, for a person who have assaulted. You see, we have so many crimes. Yes, they have been structured, they have been grouped. Yes, so finding a cell that will hold specific criminals with their respective crimes will not be easy. Yes. However, the moment you see, you are not supposed to stay at a police station for long. You're supposed to be there for some 24 hours. So within some 24 hours, you can't contract bad behaviors from the other person. You have not interacted very much to know each other and to start sharing so many things. But when you are taken to the court, and then you are taken to the remand, when they are remanding you, they will regroup you now at that point. Then the moment you've been sentenced, now the lights are taken to a specific Yeah, that way. But at the session, you are just rock together. If you are females together, males together, children, male children together, female children together.
Just the other day, we had this thing that was trading. We had the serial killer, the late Wanjala,
Yes.
who confessed whereby he killed more than 10 children.
Correct.
And he was locked at Jogoo Road police station.
Yes, yes.
And how comes he managed to escape from the cell and the rest didn't escape?
Okay, you see, there have been so many stories making rounds here that the police were corrupted, they were given something small and they didn't release that person. It is not true. And the prisoners escape often. You read the papers, you hear from news. Even after that one, others still escaped thereafter, isn't it? And even before others had escaped. It happens. But I want to make it clear here that most of the time, police do not understand how it happens. They don't take part in that.
But now who is to blame?
Let me tell you, it's the police. But let me give you a small story of what may have happened.
Yeah.
The moment you're taken to a police station and you are put into custody, you are booked. You are put into police records. You are booked.
The OB.
DJ Dimples,
Yes.
on this day, was arrested within the Korogocho area, having assaulted a certain person, or having killed a certain person. So from after you've been put in the OB, you are then put in the cell register. Your name will appear there. There's a column for the serial number, the name, the date you're brought, the time you are brought, the offense that you committed. Then there's a column for disposal when you are released. So the moment you are put in that cell, you are many of you. You are, let's say you are like, there are some busy stations. You are like 100 of you. And the officers manning this cell and the reporting office are 2. Yes? At the middle of the night, prisoners are transferred from the old day to the new day. So in this book,
yes,
you are written in this page. Yes. So in the new day, these people have been the old day will be transferred to the new day in a red ink. To indicate these ones have already been here. So who will be brought after midnight, yes, will be written in blue ink. Yes. So when transferring these people, let me tell you, you see, police work is not just like a normal work that people do every other day, like teaching, yes,
like going to the class and taking chalk and start telling students A, B, C, D.
Because when you are there, you are approached by so many people. Some drunk, some depressed, some have various ranges of stresses from wherever they are. Another person came there when you attend another client. They are calling you prostitute. You are not even helping me. You are just talking to that one because it's a female and I'm a male. You are not giving me chance. I can even sack you. Then we have another person who was brought inside. Sometimes back, he is drunk. He is even threatening to kill you the day you come out. You are the ones who are not giving him time to go out. So you see some of those things. You hide is full of so many things. You have been listening, hearing so many things along the day. So when you're transferring these people, this is where the mistake may happen. There is a DJ Dimples of Manda, and there's another DJ Dimples of Mask. Yes? So when you're transferring, you transfer these people. And when you're transferring, something may happen. Instead of recording the correct offense this person committed, this person of murder, a mistake may happen and you write something different. Maybe this person was arrested because of mask, but you didn't intend. Yes?
Yes.
Then in the morning, the OC says, these people have been arrested because of mask. You are many of you. We are giving you a chance to do some activities here and there, and then you walk away. This person of murder, who by mistake was entered in the new day as a person who has been arrested for mask, anaponyoka hiyo, he goes.
Anaenda kiedanga.
Another mistake may happen. Yes, we have 2 DJ Dimples here. DJ Dimples of Manda, DJ Dimples of Mask. This DJ Dimples of Manda is always alert. if a chance presents itself, ataenda kama umeme. So then in the morning, when they was just calling these people for mask to go home, he calls DJ Dimples. This DJ Dimples of mask is asleep. Because he knows this one is not a very big offense, and ikipeleka kotini or pay some 500 shillings and walk away. So he is sleeping. So this DJ Dimples of Manda, yes, comes very fast and says, I'm here. He also says, these people of mask, walk out, do some activities and go away. This DJ Dimples of Manda akitoka tu nje hivi.
Now, do you want to tell me,
Yes.
DJ Dimples wa mask amelala,
Yes.
then DJ Dimples wa Mada
Yes.
ameitwa kama ni wa mask.
Yes.
Sasa junajua mask amelala, mimi wa Mada ni amke.
Yes.
Ni take that chance.
Na nikuambia, I told you from the beginning, criminals are very wise people. They are very intelligent.
Yes. Now, wakati nimeitwa pale hivyo roll call, the petty crimes sisi tuende, hakuna inspection. Because sisi wote tulikuwa tumefungua in the same room.
Yes.
Na nimeitwa. Hakuna inspection like huyu mtu tunamjua, sura yake inajulikana.
Okay, remember I told you something at the beginning. Zile vitu unapitishiwa pale na hao watu wanakuja kureport na watu wengine wamekuwa kiletwa pale usiku. They are strange things. Hata wewe mwenyewe your hand can rock at any point. Yes?
Because ni kama kusema siku mbaya ni mbaya.
Siku mbaya ni mbaya. It happens. It may happen. But how people presume that somebody was paid for that, I can very tell you, it isn't. Can you risk your job because of 20 or 30,000? You risk what has been feeding you for that period.
No,
it is not possible. Yes. Even if you, okay, you see, we normally say in a social unit, whether it is school, whether it is police, whether it is KDF or whichever it is, people are not the same, isn't it? It's like when you're a parent and you have your 3 children, they are not the same. There's a child that you send and you respond very fast. The another one you send and it doesn't feel as if you have been sent by anybody. The another one will just go, but he just going, he doesn't care what happens around the world or not. Yes, also actually in these social units, the police, the KDF, the prisons and whichever.
Yes.
We have the same people. Yes, we have the people who are very much cautious. We have the standard ones. We have those ones even doesn't know what will happen the next minute. You see, so out of those predispositions, those gaps may create a room for a criminal who is very much intelligent to walk away with his crime.
Wanjara, who escaped from the Jogoo Road police post, and also these 3 suspects of terrorism. And terrorism, you know, it's something threatens at our country.
Yes.
They were put in a maximum prison, where we normally hear there is a tight security, and they managed to escape.
Yes.
Who is to blame there? Is it the senior officers? Is it the police that were on duty? Who is to blame?
Okay, you see, I believe you might have read a book called Kifo Kisimani.
Kifo Kisimani, Mutemi Bokono.
Mutemi Bokono. Na askari watatu.
Na askari watatu.
You must have read that book, I believe.
Yeah. So there are some people who they are not aware of that book, the Kifo Kisimani of Mutemi Bokono, Akina Nyarwe,
and Akina Batu.
Na Batu.
So you see, in this Kifo Kisimani, there were these 3 police officers. And there were these prisoners in the same cell that they were manning. So, kulikuwa na askari Murafi. Now, still, these prisoners, as I told you, criminals are very intelligent and very wise people. So, as they are staying there with those police officers, hiyo wakati ya Kifo Kisimani, they were standing there. Walikuwa wanasoma, wanajua huyu ni wanja, huyu ni mlevi, huyu na this and this.
So they study your behavior.
They study your behavior and they know how they try to know which best way to compromise you if a chance presents itself. Yes. Now, in this issue of committee escapees, we can't say exactly who is to blame because we are not within that system.
Yeah.
But from our expert angle, we can give a position on what could have happened. You see, these people, these criminals, they are interacting with these officers from time to time through the countings, through the feedings, those roll calls and such things.
Yes.
So as they do this, they understand when the shift of this person is here, he is not very harsh to us as this other one is. This one listens to us much as this rather than this one will do. So they keep on studying and understanding various characters of officers in that premises. And again, they also know when a given senior officer is on duty, he keep on making frequent visits and checks. And maybe there's another one when he is on duty. There are no those frequent checks and those things. And maybe I'm trying to say maybe there's another one when he's on duty, he even sleeps. Yes, those things. So these people, because there's nothing else is as much as important as freedom. The moment you taste that life of prison is when you realize freedom is very much important. So every time a prisoner keeps thinking, if a chance is available, I will not hesitate. I will take
a risk
and make sure I'm out. So could it be when these people are in there, they have been observing and finding possible gaps that will give them a chance to escape. And perhaps that is what happened, and they exploited a chance that happened at a given time. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And let me ask you, is it possible for these people to be in the same cell of the committee? There earlier we used to hear that the remandees, not even the remandees, those people that in committee, they're supposed to be exchanged in the prison. You go to everywhere,
Naivasha, Nyeri, whichever, they normally rotate. So, but remember, like now, if an officer is posted somewhere in around this country, within a week or two, that person is already familiar to that field. Yes? Criminal the same. If he is taken to a given prison today, by tomorrow, ukicheza amejuana na cooks, amejuana na some one or two officers. Yes? Asha master the environment. We don't know the exact period of time how walikuwa wamekaa pale, but we presumably want to believe that they understand there for about a month. Within a month, that person has known almost everything within that field. Kama nyumbani.
But do you think they can manage to escape all that way without a need?
We can see. Remember, this one is not a normal criminal. This one is a terror criminal. A person who has mastered different arts, yes, of attacking and escaping. Remember, when terrorists normally train, they train on how to get in and how to get out. Yes? So the same concepts and the knowledge that they use when trying to venture into a place they want to attack and how to get out is the same knowledge they can employ when they want to escape from a prison. Yes.
Let's go to the northwestern,
Yes.
northern western.
Yes.
Also, you have the area like Kinakapendo, Baragoi. There are some people there who are civilian, they have guns, they do carry guns.
Yes.
How does it happen, the security of the people there? Does it mean, like that in that region,
Yes.
there is less police whereby they cannot protect them because of the cattle hustling?
You see, when dealing with security matters, we also consider there's a need of considering a thing called cultural aspects of people. Yes? Cultural aspects of people are not things that you wake up one morning and deal with. Yes? In some areas of this country, it is banned to walk without clothes. You must dress well. In other parts of this same country, you can walk with your parts hanging anywhere and nobody will ask you. Actually, nobody even will think of even knowing whether you have or whatever you have or you don't have. There's no even it is touches, somebody touches somebody's wife breathes, somebody else raped or something. And the people walk naked. Nobody cares because that was a cultural description of that given area. In the same manner, some people have a culture, depending on the economic activity they engage in. They have a culture in which they work. They have having weapons is just a normal activity. Yes, because they believe their area is dangerous because of the raiders and again the animals. Yes, so they have a culture of believing that they have right to own those weapons.
The community now.
The community itself, yes. However, the problems comes in when the other communities harmed, also the harmed community, they engage into an activity that to some way becomes a criminal engagement. Yes. So that's when you find sometimes the president make a declaration that there must be a disarmament activity carried out in a given area. Yes, and it is done. Nobody would wish somebody carries a gun and kills another person, because whether you kill willing it or not is still murder. Yes. However, what becomes a problem to management of arms and arms activities in a given area, especially the northeastern part, is the cultural description of those people. Yes. And again, the effective way of managing that one, because we
who provide the guns? Is it the government?
The government provides the guns in an event that you provide, you prove you have a need for. Yes. For instance, when you have a property that you feel your property is threatened, you may be issued. There's a procedure for doing that. You go to a given station that is within your area. You given a certain form by the OCS. You fill, then the OCS will present that form to a committee that evaluates to find out whether a person qualifies to get one or not. Yes, the same procedure is adopted there. However, most of the guns in those areas, they are not legit. They have been illegally acquired. Remember, the Horn of Africa is a porous region that arms have been infiltrating from those other countries to Kenya. Yes, we have arms trafficking, arms smuggling. Yes, those are illegal trading in arms. Remember, there's trade for there's arm trains. People train in arms. Yes, it is around there, but it's the government that is supposed to train in that to buy arms from another country. However, we have the black market where arms get into the country. Yes, so most of the arms that we have in those areas, they are not legit. They are the ones that have been illegally acquired, and the government try every day, every time they organize for raids, they organize for disarmament activities. A bunch is corrected, it's banned. Within a month or so, they are back. So the best thing that could be done is sealing off the route into which the arms get into the country.
Or the loopholes.
Yes.
There is a senior security officer and also the officers. Just the other day, we have the cattle rustling and also people that are killing like Laikipia. It's something that is there, everybody knows about it. Yes. And that person said very well, the baddest, they have the big machine.
Yes.
Even our police officers, they cannot acquire them.
Yes.
How is it?
The same thing that I've explained. The criminals, they buy those machines. Yes. Somebody knows if I buy this machine, let's say at an amount maybe 50,000, and I get inside with it, I go and conduct a raid. I take 100 cows and go and sell. I've already made my own million. So this person doesn't find it hand buying and using it.
Do you think it's political?
Often it is. Because when you try very much to get across that criminal activity, between in a group of 5 politicians, 2 or 3 will act as if they support the activity. They behave in a way like they are arguing on behalf of the public, but they arguing on behalf of these radicals. Yes. So actually, it's purely political sometimes. Yes. So it is a thing that named an approach from a political angle. Yes. Even the government itself has tried to approach this one. They should understand they can do an activity that will aggress the public through political right.
As a security officer and also the government, how are you trying to curb this one?
Mechanisms have been put in place. That is why you find there have been deployments. There have been trainings, different trainings. We have now we have the RDU, the Rapid Deployment Unit. There for that. We have the quick response team. It is there also. We have the border patrol. We have the SAFE. There are combative activities to make sure those kind of illegal activities are controlled. Remember, it is difficult to purely or completely contain crime. It is impossible to completely control crime. A society free from crime is not a complete society.
Does it mean like crime ikiisha hata nyinyi askari mmekosa kazi?
Of course itakuwa imekosa. Na iwezekani kwa sababu let's look at
kwa hivyo pia askari wanafurahia kunakuwa na crime kanaendelea ili tuendelee kuwa na
no hawafurahi, lakini from sociological
lakini sutaritaya unataka mtoto wako kuwa askari?
No, mimi I can't decide what my child will be.
Lakini ninaweza sema akikuwa askari hata kuwa ni akosa
mmoja akiamua if one out of the 2 or the 3 that I have decides, I can't control them. They can, but I can't decide and see. Since that I've been an officer, one of mine should be. I don't do that. I can't do that. But I want to say, even in the countries that have the minimal number of crimes, have not been purely or completely able to control crime. Venezuela is a very good country.
Yeah, Venezuela
is the safest country we have in the world.
Globally, yeah.
Yes, globally. With the 2.0 criminal threats. What are the leading ones? Like we have this in Slovakia. We have another one here. We have a range of them. Then we come to Kenya, which is number 10 with a 7.0.
Kenya tuko number 10.
Tuko number 10 out of 100.
Globally. Wewe acha.
Yeah. So as we
na wamenibia simu hapa kwa barabara. Wanaenda na watu wa pikipiki, my friend.
So as we talk about these safest countries, which we expect that should be free from crimes, remember we have them.
So Kenya is safe. Kenya is safe. We are number 10 globally.
We are number 10 globally out of 100. It is there. You can check. It is called if you want to
but to check on the internet. Hiyo ni mtu ameandika tu venye utaandika na Kenya tuko
number 10. It is a study that we carried out by a German organization. It's an economic non-governmental organization that normally do economic check on the threats, on the criminal threats, on the corruption activities and such things.
Na ngoja corruption tuko namba ngapi Kenya?
Okay, corruption sasa ya Kenya as in police, when the analysis done for police, police wako number 11 out of 100. Yes.
Ikifanywa umerudi chini.
Ulikuwa ngoja ikifanywa ya sasa corruption in Kenya. Ya sasa the general corruption globally ilitumika 180 countries. So Kenya ilikuja kujipata number 124 out of 180. 124. Yes. So hii 124 ikifanywa numbering iko number 56 most corrupt out of 180. Tumejaribu, si ndio? Then ikikuja kufanywa sasa analysis ikifanywa ration balancing utakuta sasa Kenya iko somewhere hapa top 10 most corrupt top 5 most corrupt. Yes. Globally. Lakini police yake ikiwa number 10 globally. So is it the police that is corrupt or corruption is all over with other people?
Corruption is with other people.
Because what the notion that's been happening that has been making rounds before is that police are the most corrupt in the
kazi ya police inajua kama mimi nikuwa mwananchi wa kawaida nikuwe corrupt unafaa unishike unipeleke mahakamani na unistaki na kosa ya kuwa mtu corrupt. Si ndio? Lakini before nifike nitakwambia ndugu kunywa kachai usinipeleke mbele. So we are both corrupt.
You see there's a thing that people don't actually wewe sasa ndio yule mwananchi ambaye ameongea vile inafaa. You see giving and taking money is called bribe. Yes. And from UN definition bribe yes is giving out money or anything
money or anything.
Yes, to a person in a position of trust. To corrupt. Yes. Or to compromise is decision making. So kwa hivyo wewe ukipatia mtu ile kitu unampatia, you have it at the back of your mind. Mimi nampatia huyu sababu as ile judgment yake isikuwe appropriate, it can make a different judgment.
But yes. Also I understand ukuwa like nimekupata niko kwa gari yangu na barabara because inasemekananga wale watu wanajulikananga sana corrupt ni traffic officers junior askari ndio amesimamisha matatu amechukua 50 ni kitu inajulikana nimeona nilikuwa hata kwa matatu ina happen but tuseme nimesimamisha gari nione huyo afisa leo kumenyesha sana na kuna mwavuli anafungua jam nisimamisha gari nimuita afisa shika idhao is that a corruption?
Now you see that one will not, you see the person that you see that one will not understand this person bought tea in goodwill who assume this person give that money give to buy is freedom. That will be an assumption that will be made by the person that will be observed. However, from what I read in the Anti-Corruption and Economic Act, Act 3 of 2003, I read somewhere in that explanation of corruption and the severements of the same, there is a certain sabbatical, I think it's article 40 something, 45 or 46 somewhere, explaining that giving gifts, tokens, they have given a lengthy explanation there. So they said when you give a gift to a person in a position of trust, the public will make an assumption that you given that person that gift for a need of corrupting or maybe buying a marriage from that person, whether that day or another day in the future. Yes, so it is an assumption. So what you can say, the moment a person has been accused of taking bribe, we should still put into account that this person was given. Yes. So if we have to change a person that has been given a bribe, why can't we can't we change the person who gave a bribe? Because there must be a give and a taker.
There's a there's a give and also a taker.
Yes. So the two of them are liable. If at all you have to forgive this person to give, forgive this person too. If you have to prosecute the two, it is necessary. And if you have to forgive the two, it is. Actually, that's the only route that you can be sure. Bribe and corruption in general can be managed. Because remember, out of 10 people attending a public office anywhere in this country, and especially in parts far from towns or far from cities, out of 10, 1 or 2 person will give something to get a favor. Whether you want to be attended in a speedy manner, yes, you want to be given a thing that you don't deserve, yes, or you want to compromise a person who is firm on his decision. It happens almost every time. And in another analysis, another study that was made another time, this last year, you see, I'm talking about the analysis that was done last year by Transparency International. It's a German non-governmental organization. So they found in Kenya, Northeastern is leading in corrupt activities. Tana River is second. Actually, even Nairobi here, where police are often accused of corruption, is even not even featuring in that top 10 list of towns that you are likely to suffer corruption threat. You get? So it's very important we understand that as much as we would want to bring people for various malpractices, we shouldn't still want to understand the history. And remember, when I'm telling you managing crimes effectively and completely, that we have a society that is free from crime is not possible. These things have been happening. Even in the Bible, crimes happened. Somebody cut another person here.
We have the Judas who cut what's his name?
I don't know whether it is Peter or somebody who was cut.
I think Peter, because now the Judas, everybody knows this story. Judas betrayed Jesus and was given some money.
So he was a corrupt person.
Yes.
Then he assaulted another person. Yes. These things happened in the Bible. Then
so he'll be judged.
Remember. Then again, this person was called Zacchaeus. This short person. He was a tax collector.
The tax collector.
If you read, I don't know, it is Luke 19 or somewhere there. This is a person who was correcting tax, and in the process he obtained money from other people. So when he saw Jesus, he said, I know I'm a sinner and I've decided to change. Every person I took his property, I'll pay them 4 times.
4 times
What I took from them. Yes. So background of corruption is somewhere in the Bible. Background of assault is somewhere in the Bible. Background of
crime,
of prostitution. Yes, even if it is not documented in our law as a crime as such, it is called victimless crimes. It is there still.
Also background of murder.
It is there.
Moses killed.
Moses killed. Yeah. Aya.
King David also.
Cain killed his brother.
Abel.
So we need to understand that in as much as we want to manage these crimes, to control them,
there is background.
There's background. We can't effectively and completely control them. We can only manage
And try to minimize them.
Yes.
Now, do you think that some of the officers who took the bribe, maybe their salaries is not that much that they cannot feed them? You know, just the other day, there was a cadet that were recruited. Those people, the civilian, those people have their degrees, and the cadets, and also there is the officer, the senior, that were there from the so many years they have been service, and then just like you, just going to school, studying, taking the masters, and so on and so forth there, because of the salary. Just the other day we saw the officers, the graduate officers, trying to sue the government because their salary was cut off.
Yes.
What do you see about it?
So I can't talk much about that one, because myself, when I went back to school, I went to school with a certain and a specific focus. I knew I'm an officer, I'm a police officer, and I knew the sole intention of me going back to the university is equipping myself with the necessary knowledge that I would need when doing my work, and the knowledge that I would need if one day, of course, sometimes I am very sure I won't stay in police forever. At some point, I may retire. I will retire. Actually, I will retire. There is retirement. So when I'm out, can I do something related to the work that I'm doing, or better that I could have done when I don't have that knowledge? Yes. So the pay as a person who has gone to school with a foundation or a foundation of a thought that I'm going to school, then after school I must get a pay that has been improved. I think that is where most people fail. You must understand first, when you're going back to school, you are doing it for the benefit of yourself. Yes, for your performance and upgrading yourself. Because I believe how I could handle a person when I've not gone to school, and how I would handle how I can handle a person when I've gone to school. Those are two different things. So basically, I went to school knowing that I'm doing this for purposes of improving my performance and upgrading myself, whether I'm in police or elsewhere.
How do you feel when you hear the politicians, when they're in parliament, they want to add their salary, and also police, they are not thinking about the police officers, and you're the one who gives the security?
It feels bad, but again, you see the person that we can blame is the person in charge of SRC, because that one is the person who is with the calculator, yes, and the peerage, yes, where I believe in a Salaries and Payment Act, that's where there's a description for the pay for the people with the respective levels of their education. So I often ask myself, when that person is considering whatever they consider to pay the people with the corresponding level of education, what happens when it comes to the level of people in uniform? I have never understood that one, and I have never much questioned about it, but it looks weird.
You feel at least you feel a pinch.
Yes.
Mimi kama mbunge, nimeenda bunge, nimejiongeza mshahara, na wewe unanilinda. Nataka security yako. Na gari yangu najua haiwezi kosa security. Na sikufikiri. So it depends a lot.
Yes, it does. It does.
Tumekuwa tukiona other organization like za walimu, kuna madaktari, also wameajiriwa na serikali,
Yes.
na pia hao ni serikali.
Correct.
Wamekuwa wakistrike wakitaka nyongeza za mishahara.
Yes.
Polisi wana strikingi?
No.
Why?
The Police Act does not provide for that. Police should never engage in any activity that should suggest at some point they want to picket, demonstrate or something like that.
Lakini wenye walistaki serikali juu wanataka nyongeza ya mishahara. Si ni kama kuonyesha tu ni kustrike tu.
Yeah, it is true, lakini police can't do that one because we are custodians of the peace and the law. So you can imagine.
So kwa hivyo mkigoma
you can imagine.
Kitaumana.
You see, as much as we want to talk about our rights and our well-being, we still understand there's a thing that we can engage in, and we compromise the peace of the security. And remember, we are the custodians of that security, isn't it? So if police decided to strike and direct today, even some 20 minutes alone, the ground arms, utakuwa wapi DJ?
Kitakuwa hata siwezi jifungia. Nitakuwa nimejifungia hapa kabisa.
Sasa unaona? Na
nimerudisha viti pale juu watasukuma mlango wanibie kila kitu.
So it is not possible. So the people who can only agitate for the police pay and such things is only those members of public, those members of parliament who are getting well, who are paid well. Actually, they should be paid well to think of how others can be paid well.
Do you have a union?
We don't.
Why?
The law does not allow us for that one. It doesn't.
Each and every sector should have a union.
But remember, being in uniform, in the military, police uniform, such, is quite different from being a person in profession like teaching and such other things.
And doctors.
Yes, quite different. Remember, that person, the person in uniform, is a person who has been taken through a training that is taking you into another direction. Yes, wewe ni mtu but person thinking in a different way. So there are some activities that you can't engage in. Yes.
Tumekuwa tukishuhudia ya kwamba kuna maaskari wanajiua, wanaua familia zao. And also there is also a friend of mine who killed the wife and also he killed himself.
Yes.
Shida ni nini? Ni mshahara.
There are so many social strains that people undergo.
Na imekuwa kihappen sana recently.
And the people kill each other, even in outside police, even in the general populace, people kill each other.
But police, they are role models.
But remember, nobody will see a civilian who has killed his wife. Not unless if somebody somewhere has made it as a thing of interest, somebody will kill another person and nobody will talk about that. But police will kill his wife or kill himself, and that one will look very weird, because the reason as to why the issues of killing in the police are so superficial and they happen to look so, they become broader open to the public, is because they expect this person in uniform to be the strongest person to withstand those kind of strains. You see, people undergo a lot of strains in life. People undergo social strains. People undergo financial strains. People undergo family strains. Yes, everyone undergoes these things. Whether it is you as a member of public or even the police, they undergo these things. However, the difference comes here. The police may act the way you act because perhaps he is armed with an item that he can use to simplify or to terminate that life instantly. Yes. Because how your wife may be difficult to you, my wife can be. Yes. How sometimes you may be coinless, I can sometimes be. Yes. How family members can frustrate me back from the village.
It also can happen to you.
Yes. So people forget that we are human, and the social challenges that you may face, I can also face them. That's the thing that people forget.
Jero tunaonanga askari kama afai kukufa.
Yani you forget.
Ni mtu yani mawe.
Yes.
Tunaonanga askari ni kama kitu ingine.
And that is you people forget. Police and those people, the KDF, the prisons, these people are blood like you. Now ukimkosea, he feels that pain, just like you would feel. The only difference that we have is that we have been trained, yes, in a different way than you. Maybe you have been trained. You have been trained in your field in a different way, and these have been trained in a different way. Yes, But the challenges that you face, they face. The pain that you feel, they feel.
So the
Only
difference
that,
is the job.
only that, yes, only that their reactions are quicker. They react so fast because there is another course units we are doing sometimes. It was talking about child development of children grow. At adolescent, you find this person, this child is very much vigorous.
It's react faster.
Very reactive. So
that is back in chemistry.
Yes, huyo person, huyo mtu to tame that aggression, those people kulingana na that scholar were taken to military. Huyu mtu anaitwa Cesare Lombroso, the founding father of criminology. So this person suggested that these reactive people should be taken to military. When they are taken to military, they are trained. When they are trained, those reactions, they are regressed. The rate of reaction is reduced. The training caps them down. Yes, through that hand training and being exposed to one time, they reduce that kind of aggression. But again, the same scholar said, as you reduce this aggression, the moment this person is irritated in any manner, that aggression that person has comes in a double. So even this one has a foundation in the book. Yes. So this person will be trained, and is getting trained, he gets hardened. So the moment you irritate that person, ile irritation, ile nini aggression ako nayo from the birth, combined with this one enye amepitia through training and the exposure, it will come in double. That is why most kill without even taking a second chance.
What? Wow, as wide up. Tumeona kuna changes zimekuja zimehappen kwa security mambo na uniform zile uniform ulikuwa mnavaa kitambo, ukipatana na sasa haitumiki. Ukipatana nayo raia utamteka aje?
Raia kuwa na uniform
yenye mlikuwa mnatumia kitambo.
Anything that has ever been used somewhere in the military, in any time in history or in the present, nobody should use it unless it is declared by the government. Now you can wear these ones. Has it been declared somewhere where unaweza valia blue uniform utembeanga na? Yes, it's still in a government uniform. It has been returned in the government stores.
Okay, so itakuwa government stores.
It's a government attire until the date is declared. This one now, members of public, you can wear it for Christmas. Yeah, it will be okay.
It will be okay because hata ukipatana naye mtu amevaa utajua si askari.
Yeah, it has been declared hiyo ni raia. Again, for now it has not been declared. Even the one that was used in 1964-63,
when uniform ilikuwa inatumika Kenya,
ile ya kaptura, ile polisi walikuwa wanavaa kaptura ya kitambo. Unajua the initial police,
it's a history we don't know.
They were wearing kaptura. Yes. So if you are found with that kaptura, you have donned yourself in that attire, complete of it, you still answer who gave you that chance, because it has not been declared that it is a public attire.
Kuna event fulani ilikuwa sijui kama ilikuwa Heroes Day, na nikaona wenye walikuwa napiga sherehe walikuwa wamevaa nguo kama hizo. Sijui
it's an imitation, it's not. Is it the original of the imitation? Is there is imitation? However, the imitation can put into problem. However, when you are going to kupiga sherehe,
but walikuwa wazee, I think walikuwa military wa hizo enzi.
Could be they were around. You see, they seek permission from their respective authorities. Tutapiga sherehe, tutaka tupige sherehe tukiwa tumevaa uniform tukijikumbusha
ya 1960s na huko.
Could be they may seek permission. Lakini sasa unaweza toka hapa uende useme wacha nipewe ruhusa nivae nguo ya polisi waliachana juzi nitembeange nayo. You can't.
Kumekuwa na the AP na Kenya Police. What's the difference between a Kenya Police and the AP? I think all they are Kenya Police.
Yeah, yes.
Lakini why the AP, the GSU?
It's role description. The functions. The functions that each of them plays. Because you see, we have the traffic police, they deal with the traffic matters. You have the general police, general duties. They do the general duties that happens here and there. Yes. Then we have the APs, those who deal with the protection of special government structures. We've been given general duties to deal with. This one has been given specific duties to guard these premises or to guard these this member of parliament, or maybe this special person, VIP. Those, the description, we are one, the training is one, the manual for training is one, but the difference, the role description, the activities that you'll be assigned to
is different.
Yeah.
The AP and also the Kenyan police, the blue one, right now they are matched.
Yes.
How are you working?
They are working well, because you see.
What about the command?
The command is the same, because if you are working in a given station, you are under that office or that station. So you are receiving command from that particular person.
Are you playing the same laws?
Yes, of course, because the training is the same. Why can't you do what I'm doing? And you have been trained the same. Or what you need is just a small coaching on things that you've not been doing before to get acculturated to the new way of life. The moment you pick up, then you're good to go.
I think this one will help a lot. We've been hearing in so many schools, they are banning, striking. During our days, we never did such a thing.
Yes.
There is no security in school?
Okay, this is where now I want to introduce a new idea. I have been thinking about, I and my wife, we have been thinking about a security firm.
Yeah.
It is not about the protection, about the guns and such things, like the ones you see here, the G4S and those things. This one is purely about investigation of such kind of incidences, and then trainings and consultancy. So in this one, my wife is the one who is the CEO of this farm. It is not picked, but it's in the process.
It's in the process. So you're cooking?
Yes. She's the one who will be the read boss. I will just be a person to be concerned because I have that knowledge, about the field.
Yeah.
So what these schools lack is about the trainings, about the people they hire. Yes, you find a school as one old mzee kept at the gate. He is there for opening and closing the door. The person does not have the intelligent part of him to know how to deal with children, or how, when he is interacting them as they go out and to get back, how to know whether this person, with this child, when he has gone out and when coming back, is there difference between you see, there's some things, if I look at you physically, I can know, yes, you have done something wrong. Yes? The physical expression of you, yes. How you, because when you were going out, you were jovial, or maybe you greeted me in a certain manner. We talked a little. When you're coming back, you are shy somehow. You are hiding something. It's like you don't want to be close to me somehow. You see, these people are they have not been trained about analyzing those kind of things. Then again, these people have not been trained about the current crimes, how they happen. They have not been trained about the juvenile crimes, the crimes that children may engage in. Of course, you know a child. These children going. Kenyans, they are Kenyans. They are likely to engage in some common crimes that we believe they can engage in. Drugs. These immoral activities like premature sex and these things. Then again, it's very obvious they can engage in burning school because they don't know the cost of constructing a given building. They want to burn and go out and be free.
Because they don't pay.
They don't pay, they don't see any cost. Yeah. So these people are not been trained about knowing some of these small things. They take small, but it can be a serious problem. They are not been trained. And again, they don't take professional people who have been trained about dealing with such kind of problems. So when we were thinking about that farm with my wife, these are some of the things that you're considering, so that the moment the farm is set, it will be open for people who want to hire the personnel, because we were thinking of having graduates and people with that knowledge, so that when they want some training, they can hire that farm. Together with the personnel, they go at that given school. If they want a session for a week, a session for a month, yes. A seasoned training for if a new trend has developed, they want a training about that one. Yes, so these people, what they want is training about dealing with these children at their age.
So also measuring their IQ.
Yes.
Wow. So now this farm, how are you recruiting the people who are going to train them?
You see, human resource is needed as per social need. I can't pick a person who has done economics and you want to deal with the security. Yes. So the picking will purely depend on social need. There will be a pilot project that will be conducted to find out what is the social need of people. Yes, we have the basic formation of the farm, but what is the need that the society has? What does the members of public need? Yes. So then the hiring will purely depend on the social need of the society and the people who want to hire.
I told you you're an intelligent person.
Thank you.
Actually, I think this one will help a lot.
Yes, yes.
Because parents are suffering.
A lot.
But again, do you think also parents, they are letting their kids to do what they want? They are not training them in a proper way.
Yeah,
they're not raising them in a proper way.
We have become present absent parents. We are there, but we are not there. You're children, but you don't know mind much about what they do. You see, we are in a period of phones, computers, working. You come home from work at around 6. You bathe, you get into a computer. You don't want to interact with these people to ask them how they have been during the day, who they have interacted with, what they've been running. You get into your computers. In the morning you wake up again, you go to work. You leave them with the house help to prepare them for school. Yes. So we have somehow abandoned our children. We have given our children a secondary attention. We have given the primary attention to the caregiver and the school. When it should be otherwise. The primary role of taking care of the child should be with the parents. The secondary roles should be with the caregiver and the school. Now we have overturned the events. Hapo ndio shida iko.
Hapo ndipo shida iko.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo we are busy doing nothing.
Busy doing nothing. Forgetting that people that we are working for, we have already given them out to dogs.
Tumeachilia watoto wetu walimu.
Yes.
Na watoto ni wengi.
Yes.
Walimu ni wachache pale.
Yes.
Actually hata kama ni kudiscipline, huwezi discipline wote utachoka.
You can't.
Unataka mtoto perform? Unataka mtoto akae vizuri?
Yes.
Na bado unamdiscipline. So at least wazazi pia wanafaa play role yao.
So hii kazi it should be a mutualistic kind of activity that parents, both of you are present, thank you. Take the role the way it is supposed to be. If one of you is there, all right, pick it. Pick both the role of the mother and the father. Carry it properly. Then what is remaining, give it to the school. See where upatie the school your duties. It is wrong.
Do you think also society imeachilia pia
of course,
watoto?
Yes.
How?
You see, before, children belong to the community. I remember when I was going to primary school, ungekosea tu somewhere along the way ukiwa unaenda nyumbani, the parent who would discipline you inaweza kuwa hata ni mwenye hujaona kwa maisha yako. Yes, disciplining was communal. So even when you're walking the way, you are very sure if I behave in a way that I will be not taught, I will be disciplined by a stranger. Yes, so ulikuwa unaogopa dhambi, mali kokote unatembelea.
Hata naona kama nakanyanga dhambi, so unaogopa ukanyanga.
So now the problem we have at this time, children don't care whether you misbehave or along the way, you don't care who is there. At home, you know your parent atakuita kama mama and you walk away.
Lakini saa hizi mtoto nikiona misbehave pale ama atanitusi.
Yes.
Kitambo tulikuwa tunapisha wakubwa je wapite. Mtoto maybe umeenda na yeye kidogo umegongana na yeye na amekutusi. Nikimdiscipline mamake atanileta station.
Yes. Now you see the society has changed, the laws themselves. Yeah? Roles and laws have changed. The responsibilities of parents have changed. The laws that are operation have changed. Children's rights are there. Yes. So utakaguza sheria ya mtoto kukamata. Hata pale nyumbani there is a range of discipline. Discipline utampea iitwe child abuse.
Hiyo ni child abuse.
Yes.
Because sasa umepita kiasi.
Yes.
Hey. Now tutafaa tufanye aje?
So what there is, it is parents to take up their role. If you are disciplining, discipline a child in a way, hata mwenyewe ataelewa what have been beaten for, it is worth it. Na unajua kuna mzazi mwingine naye anapiga mtoto sababu ya machungu ya mzazi mwingine.
Kama mimi niko na machugu, mama yake hakunipea chai asubuhi.
Huyu unampiga
Nimekuja
kama nyoka.
jioni nimepata mtoto amefanya kitu ujinga na naekelea.
Yes, haya.
At least nifilishe mama yake.
Yes, haya. Hii ingine nao unakuta there's a parent who has harbored pain for periods. Their father left that mother when the child was small. Yes. So that woman is bitter about the mother. When disciplining this kid, she's disciplining, referring to the injustices she has faced for the father. Yeah.
Na hapo sasa security inakosa.
Sasa hapo security inakosa. Na unakuta hapa sasa the parent has gone overboard. She's not correcting the problem. She's now creating a more problem, because there's even a beating that you can give a child. Akuwa meaden. So even if you beat, you won't feel anything. You see, in disciplining, there's another scorer. Huyo scorer alikuwa anaitwa Ivan Pavlov. Ivan Pavlov has carried a lot of studies about behavior training.
I had the scorer from a friend of mine who is a GSU officer called Pascal Jukiongora.
Yes.
He's very also intelligent person.
Yes. So now, this Ivan Pavlov took part in a lot of trainings. And in one of the trainings, there was one training he said, if you want to train a behavior to a person, make sure if it is about disciplining, the moment a person has missed, give them instant disciplining.
Hapo.
At that point, huyu mtoto amemwaga maziwa, akitaka hiyo maziwa piga kiboko apanguze.
Kwa hivyo utatrain kama venye na train.
It will sink.
Paka.
Yes.
Unainusi hii ndio umemwaga hiyo.
Huyu ndio umemwaga, chapa hiyo sasa. At that given instant. Yes.
Na unamwambia sichapi wewe, na chapa makosa.
Makosa. Yeah, make that person understand when piga sababu ya nini. Because even my daughter is small. I have a 5 years daughter and I have 3 years daughter. This 3 years daughter is very notorious. She is very sharp and very notorious. Very tempting. Because I remember the Sunday alipiga TV yangu na nyundo.
Akufilishe.
TV alisema sio katuni inafanya vitu gani, so alipiga nyundo. And what I did
anaitwa nani?
Anaitwa Gift Natalia.
Gift Natalia tunakuja. Ulipiga TV ya baba na nyundo.
So what I did, nilienda nikamchukua naye nyundo yake, nikampeleka hapo kwa TV. Nikamwambia TV haipigangwi. Nikamuona vita vizuri sana hapo kwa hapo. Na tukamalizana. Then baada ya kumalizana nikamwambia pole, nimepiga makosa, usirudie siku nyingine.
At least at understand.
Ataelewa. Yes. Lakini sasa wewe mtu alipiga TV jana, unamfuata kesho hata haikumbuki.
Na ni mtoto, akili ya mtoto ni dogo.
So that instant discipline is important. Then the appropriate level of disciplining. Usipatie excess. Yes. Usipige mtoto ni kama mko na deni na yeye. Yes. And remember, criminals are manufactured from home. Yes. The mess that you do when you are bringing up children is the mess that is likely to manifest at adult age. Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that. So kwa hivyo kiwanda inaweza toka pale nyumbani.
Hapo nyumbani.
Start manufacturing.
Manufacturing is at home. Child
discipline ya mtu mzima na mtoto ni tofauti.
Ni tofauti, lakini hii discipline ya mtu mzima ni manifestation ya pale kwa ground. Kwa development ya mtoto there are 4 stages zilidevelopiwa na mtu anaitwa, if I'm not wrong, Ascora Konde Erickson. Erickson studied development ya mtoto from miaka 0 mpaka poverty. So kuna ile stage inaitwa horror stage. Si horror stage, inaitwa latent stage. Latent stage ni kama ni pupa stage. Hilo unakutanga sasa kata fry imerudi kwa ile ni kokuni yake na imenyamaza. So mtoto ukiwa una train mtoto akuwe na katabia fulani, akataka ku navigate completely to complete that development stage. Ifike mahali kuwe latent ama ikwame. Huyo mtoto that stage will manifest in future. Take it for instance. The child, and this is why we have the importance of, it is necessary watoto wakuwe na both parents. It is not a topic, but it's necessary we talk about that one. When children are growing, they should have the both two parents. Because when children are interacting with parents, unakutanga at this point kanataka kuwa na baba, at this stage kamerudi kwa mama, at this stage kamerudi kwa baba. That interchanging Yes, it is to develop the character of that child. However, that time when the child is developing, is growing with the one parent. Let's say, like, my wife goes, of which it is not possible, she won't because she's my wife. I remain with the daughters. When these daughters will grow with me, yes, they will not be seeing their mother. So they will be missing the mother figure. The moment these daughters will grow and become adults. Yes, remember this stage, the latent stage, ilizima hii behavior ya kudevelop mama na mama. Akikuwa mtu mzima, what she will do, she will get attracted to women. Hapo ndio lesbianism inaanzianga. Are you aware?
Yeah, no.
Hivyo ndio zinaanzanga. Huyu msichana, she will be attracted to old women. She will be a lesbian, but now interacting with old women. The reason being, she was denied the chance to interact with the mother, to complete that interaction, and know that this one is my mother and she's a woman. When we are grown up, we are two women. Now this one was rocked. So when it is opened at old age, now she will be over attracted to that woman. The same happens to boys. Amekuwa na mama, amegrow na mama peke yake. The moment amefika stage ya adult age, ile kuzimu pale kuona baba. Yes, akuona baba yake. You will be a problem to other men. Huyo atakuwa gay
because interact na baba.
Interact na baba yake. Kama ni msichana, interact na baba yake. Akikua ata-interact na sugar daddy.
Kuna law ya gayism and also lesbian in Kenya.
That one is not there. For now, that law has not been developed. It's a world problem.
So it's not against the law.
Okay, for now, it can't be said it's against the law because it's not a law. There's no law prohibiting that behavior. You see, an activity,
but also against the religion.
It may be the religion. You see, an action is a crime if there is a law prohibiting that action or omission.
Hiyo iwekwe.
Yes.
Kwani wenye wanatengeneza sheria hiyo itengenezwe.
Itengenezwe. Yes. Lakini ikitengenezwa bado tujue to expose our children to problems. Let us make them grow appropriately.
Watoto wakuwe na wazazi wote.
Yes. It is important. Kwa sababu why did God create marriage? Why did he create a marriage? Why did he create a marriage of two same sexes? He obtained a female should join a male and make children and be parents to those children. Why would you feel you are comfortable bringing up a child alone when the mother is there?
Itakuwa topic ya next time.
Yes.
I think itakuwa kali. Sasa hii ni topic ya family.
Yes.
Na pia naona kwa family still hiyo bado ni topic ya family na security.
Yes.
Because
the insecurities that are developed here at home are the same that are becoming problem to families and the social tranche in the future.
So life is security.
Yes.
Without security there is no life. Without life there is no security.
Yes.
And that's why you have Bwana Kimbo hapa hivi, a security expert. Actually umesoma mambo mingi sana hapo hivyo na umekuwa enlightened. Bwana Jeru, we are very delightful to have you at Sauti Yangu. Inaitwa Sauti Yangu.
Yes.
Tumesikia sauti yako. You are a very competent person.
Thank you.
Na tugeendelea ni vile sasa naona masaa inaenda.
Yes.
Na ili hii show ikuwe tamu ama hii topic ikuwe tamu, lazima tukatiza mahali, watu waanze kuitisha tunataka.
Then we pick from another point another day.
Yes. Because hata nilikuwa nataka kuuliza, pia ni vizuri sana pale shule kukuwe na intelligent students.
It is necessary.
Tutaendelea nayo next time.
Actually it should be introduced as a training, as a course. If it's possible, should be given a space in the curriculum.
Unaona like pia kama kwa famu yako kuna venye mtatrain student like how to study things zenye wale student wengine wanataka kufanya. You can report this one to the teachers.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so farm mostly iko country wide ama ni
okay, this one we are trying to generate a website that will be linked to our Facebook account.
Itaitwaje?
Inaitwa DSE. Digital Security High.
Digital Security High.
Yes. Jicho. Ni jicho. Yes.
Kwa hivyo jicho yangu ni security, ni digital.
Kumulika security kidijitali.
Kwa hivyo ni CCTV.
Yes, it's a CCTV in a way. So then it will be dealing with the consultancy. You feel that you need some kind of knowledge about security. You contact the team then you fix a schedule, then you'll be given a chance for that consultancy services. Then if it's training, if a farm has been started somewhere, they want trainings about their security, maybe a farm, maybe an organization, whichever, in a unit that needs that kind of training.
So also, let me ask you, what if I have a function like a wedding?
Yes.
Will also provide the security to my event?
No.
So see, kama you
we don't have physical any of
don't have
for
a
that.
physical.
No. We are giving. What you are giving
digitals,
is a knowledge.
You train.
We are not giving physical security. If you have your own security persons, they can be trained.
So if I have my security team,
yes,
I call you.
Yes.
Also, you send your people to come and train them.
Train them how to operate, how to be informed about the current crimes, the threats directly to find, how they are supposed to respond, such things.
I think yotasaidia sana. Si nikifikiria kufungua kampuni yangu ya security, naokota watu huko na wapatia uniform na rungu. Kienyeji.
Yes. Alafu kesho wanafanya vituko wanapotea.
Ama analala na kunaibiwa.
So pia mwenyewe as the boss we train you on how to manage these people such that ukiajiri mtu should anything happen, how can you track this person? Utampata wapi? Tuseme umeajiri mtu amechunga vitu pale usiku, gari imepotea na yeye mwenyewe amepotea. Where do you find him? How do you find him?
Hakuna.
Now those are the kind of knowledge that people want to be given.
Are you there? You have a company for security. Now, Wajasoma, you need also to learn more about security. That is digital security.
Yes.
We have Bwana Jero ama Kimbo.
Yes.
Ako hapa hivi. Sijui kama ni vizuri upatia na contact zako.
Contact zangu I'll give my number 0725
0725
645
645
339
339
0725
yes
645
yes
339. You can give me a call. You can reach me through WhatsApp. Pale Facebook unaweza nita Henry Kimbo Junior.
Henry Kimbo Junior.
Yes. Yes.
You're very flexible. Unaona kama unafanyanga mazoezi na
mimi ni mtu nimekuwa I've trained nikiwa pale niwezi nifanya combined martial arts. Hii kwa hiyo pale inaweza wananga pure karate, taekwondo nini. Inakombiniwa karate, taekwondo, judo.
So yote inakuwa hiyo ndio inaitwa Shotokan.
Hiyo sasa Shotokan hiyo ni branch fulani ka karate, lakini sasa hii nayo ni combination ya kila kitu. Sababu wale watu they are trained, they are not given weapons. Weapon unaitangwa a walking weapon. You yourself you shouldn't be a walking weapon.
Kwa hivyo mkono yangu kama mimi mwenyewe ni weapon.
Is a tool. So I did those ones that time. Nikakuja nikatoka when I went to police and did pure karate.
That is Kiganjo. So unao kaenda karate.
I did pure karate. Nikatoka I started in my own martial art farm. Nikatrain vijana kidogo. Nikaona wameanza nikaona pale mtaani
wanalima watu.
Nimeshapa ni watu vibaya. Nikawachana hiyo. Nikawachana hiyo sasa nikabaki na yangu mimi mwenyewe. So I have invested very much in physical activities.
Utani train?
Ndio maana unaona sina kitambo. I can train you lakini hakuna fee is your bond.
Kama nitaumia.
Endurance my friend. Endurance.
Thanks guys, this is sauti yangu DJ Dimples Dimpole aka The Generali. Na tumeshukuru sana. Till we meet next time. Say bye bye. Or you have something to tell them, kitu ya mwisho kabisa?
Hao watu niwaambie invest in your own security.
Invest in your own security.
Yes.
Thank you.
Your safety is your life. Yes.
Kenya moja na tukumbuke askari pia yeye ni binadamu.
Correct.
Tuwachunge vile tunawachunga. Tuwapende vile wanatupenda. Na msiweze kuogopa askari, muone kama askari ni mnyama. Ni ndugu yako, dada yako, mama yako na baba yako.
Correct.
Cheers!
To get more of these videos, just subscribe on YouTube on DJ Dimples Dimpole. Share, like and comment. It's free.